race, because all I was doing was paying the minimum balance and then turning right back around and spending it. Paying the minimum balance and then turning right back around and spending it. So this sound like you, honey. Hey, I've been there, so I understand. But that's what I was doing. Because really and truly, I was living above my means, you know. Hi, I'm Star Carter, and I am back with another video. This is going to be part 2 of why my credit is still bad despite me making great payment, have a great payment history. So thank you again for tuning in. If you didn't get a chance to check out the first part of the video, I will link it above or in the description below. So thanks again for tuning in. So if you caught that little intro, I was just giving you a spill, honey, because like I was telling in the first video, 5 years ago, just 5 years ago, I was in that $25,000 credit card debt. And $25,000 of credit card debt may not be a lot for some people, but for me, was a single parent at the time, I mean, it was a lot. And like I was saying, I was living above my means. I was using my credit card as a way of furnishing what I wanted to do, and making up for a lack of income in work or whatever, the case may be. But that's what I was using the credit cards for. So I was using the credit cards in a way that they were not intended to be used, right? So despite me not having any medical collections on my credit, not having any late payments, only student loans and credit cards, that's all I had. Well, 5 years ago, I did still have a installment loan that I had got in my previous marriage, that when we got a divorce, I was like, I'd rather just pay it myself than have to deal with that person. So anyway, so I did have an installment loan. So outside of my $25,000 credit card debt, I still had an installment loan that I think at the time I might have still owed $4,000, something like that, on. And so like my total debt at that time was probably around $30K, right? And so really and truly, I was drowning, and my credit report reflected that. Because like I was telling you guys, your credit will reflect, like they have that artificial intelligence to know that your credit is a reflection of what's going on in your personal finance, because your credit doesn't know how much money you got in your savings or how much money you got in your checking. All it knows is how you handle your available credit. So my available credit was my credit cards, right? And those were maxed out. So like I was telling you, 30% of the 100% that makes your credit what it is, 30% of it, if it's maxed out credit cards, guess what? That's going to make your credit be low, because you are not at the 30% utilization that the credit bureau wants you to be at. And you probably have never been told that, because I hadn't. And I had been working in banking since 2007, and it was just 2017. Mind you, I had already been in banking 10 years, and I never heard about credit utilization. Had never heard of it. I was working with people that had maxed out credit cards, like legit, so I could not understand it, right? So, and maybe they knew something that I didn't know at the time, but I just knew that when I started paying my credit cards down, that's when I saw my score going up. Now, what I teach and the knowledge that I have, it's not a quick fix, guys. So if you're looking for a quick fix in your credit, then I'm not the channel you're going to want to listen to, because I didn't do any credit repair to get where I'm at with my credit score. I'm 30 points away from being at 800, right? But I didn't do any credit repair. I did not have anything removed. I did not have anything deleted. Everything that was on my credit should be on my credit, okay? I don't knock credit repair people. Hey, if you can help somebody, right? But what I teach is not a quick fix, because what I teach, if you do it correctly, your credit will be good for the rest of your life. And that's what we want. Where we at now, we want instant gratification without doing any work, right? So yeah, you could go and get things deleted that you did. You could go and get things removed that you did. But guess what? If it's a real debt and it's yours, guess what? It's coming back. But the way that I do it is going to be for the long haul, right? That's how I teach. I teach for the long haul. I don't teach for a quick fix credit repair. I don't teach that, right? So I'm just teaching you the things that helped me in the last 5 years go from a 620 to almost an 800, right? And I would say the first 3 years was the hardest out the 5 years because, mind you, I had to pay down the debt. I had to get rid of the installment loan. I had to get rid of the $25K in credit card debt. So, and I didn't have the means. I did remarry, right? And when I remarried, that put me in a 2-income household. And so we split the bills, and we still split the bills. And so that took up some pressure off of me, having somebody that can help me split the monthly bills. But my personal bills, that $30,000 was still mine because that didn't have anything to do with my husband, right? So I had to still pay my own personal bills. But splitting the household bills, the rent, the light bill, the food, the cable, internet, all that, okay, that helped a lot because now I'm only paying half of that and not all of that. So that did help. I'm not gonna say it didn't, but I still had $30K worth of debt myself that I had to get down. And so what I did was a snowball effect, and I'm gonna make another video on that because that's a whole lesson, right? But so back to what I was saying. So with the credit card being maxed out, you're over the 30% utilization, right? And therefore that can be holding your score down. All right. Another thing that can be holding your score down, I got it all wrote down here. So you see me looking back at my little notebook right here, right? So another thing that can be holding your score down is too many new accounts. Because remember when we broke that down, right? 10% of it is new accounts, right? But also 15% is the length of the history. So those two kind of go hand in hand, and 25% really, because the longer you have a credit account, that's the best, right? So you don't want to keep getting new debt that you don't have any credit established with, right? Because there's nothing to base it on. So your score is going down because you got too much new debt. So I would say take a break, stop applying. I did a little video on this, a little short video on that. Stop applying, because right now you just looking like you trying to run up some credit, and you can flag a bankruptcy alert. You just like you're trying to run up some credit, right? So you want to stop that as well. Okay, so you want to keep your existing credit. So if you already got credit cards, stop applying for new ones, right? Stop robbing Peter to pay Paul. We don't want to rob anybody, right? We want to sit down at the table and eat with Peter and Paul. We don't want to be robbing them, okay? So what you really need to do, you need to pay the cards you already got and stop getting new cards, right? That's what we need to do, right? So therefore, we are letting those cards we already got have a history, that 15%, let it get a history on you, okay? And stop creating new ones. If you're not responsible with the ones you got, will you be responsible with the new ones? Not likely, okay? Let's keep it real with each other, all right? So then another one, and I probably gonna have to make a part 3 because 10 minutes go by really fast. Medical collections. And medical collection, it just depends on the lender, because with a medical collection, it's gonna hit you and then you're gonna take a main hit, and then eventually the severity of it goes down as the years go away, right? So that's how medical does. Like if it hits you, it's going to hit you the hardest when it first gets on your credit report, right? And then after that impact slowly goes away from impacting your score. But I know they changed the law on medical debt. I don't think that they're going to, it changes, I think July 1st or somewhere the first part of July. This is 2022. And I'm thinking that now medical debt cannot be reported if it's under 500. And if you have medical debt on your report that is been paid, those things should remove. So that's going to help a lot of people's credit score go up, because those things are going to remove. Okay. So I already see now it's going to be a part 3 of this video, because I'm already running up on 10 minutes already. So, hey, I got a lot of content, to tell you why some of the things that could be holding your credit score down. And I don't want to rush through them, so I want us to take our time, and that way you get the full understanding. So if you liking this video, please like and subscribe, share, click the notification bell. I'm going to be trying to drop them on you at least 2 to 3 times a week, and because this information is valuable, and I want you to get in the best credit standing that you can 2022 going into 2023 and beyond. Okay, I love you very much, and please like and subscribe and share it with people that can benefit. I'll be back, part 3.